Today I have a Ordinance build for Amon that you can use. This is Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 max difficulty. It does shred the bosses in solo, generally in 10 to 30 seconds, depending on the boss, how much health. Some of them have a lot of health or 2 phases, so those take a little bit longer. But for the most part, you one-shot or very fastly delete all the badasses, everything. It's very good for the viral enemies as well if you use the 2-shot, 3-grenade version of the gun. This one right here actually is the 2-shot 3-grenade. You can either use this one or you can use the rocket launcher one that I showed in the beginning. I'm going to show again in a moment, which is the 2 shots with the faster fire rate. You don't need more magazine or anything. We just want DPS. We'll get into all that, but I just wanted to show a little gameplay of how it deletes bosses on T5. Let's get right into the build. Because this is a heavy ordnance build, we only need one weapon just in case we go down to get ourselves back up, because sadly they don't give you the option to use the heavy ordnance if you go down, which is a little bit of a bummer. Nice thing is we're so tanky and invincible that we basically never go down, so it kind of works out, but you still want one weapon there. I like the wombo combo, any powerful weapon that you like to get yourself back up, and then for your enhancement just boost it. Since I chose an assault rifle, I boosted it with assault rifle perks. Now for our heavy ordnance, this will work with any ordnance to come out in the future potentially. For the most part right now, the best two are this one right here, the fire rate faster, 2-shot faster fire rate, and 2-shot MIRV is the other one. For this build, you do want the fire versions because in the skill tree over here, in order to get the invincibility, well, the true invincibility, the crazy invincibility tank perk over there, we do pick up burning damage and burning duration. So for that reason, we might as well have a fire version for our ordnance. For the shield, I chose to go with the power play because not only are we getting shield based off our damage, but every time we refill that shield, we automatically get an instant like 9 to 10k in overshield. And then we further get overshield through damage, allowing us to cap that overshield at 12k or whatever our current max overshield is. So this shield goes insanely well with that perk, but it also gives us 25% fire rate, which we keep up because we have max shield. Fuck it, most times we have max overshield. Definitely good on the shield. So this gives us 25% fire rate, which actually equates into 25 DPS because we do keep infinite ammo, and 25% movement speed with a regen on the ammo as well. So if you do happen to get to that really low spot of having like 1 or 2 shots, like every shot has like a 50% chance or something. I didn't do the math, but a really good chance to give you 30% of your ammo back, like off every shot. And that actually could get multiple procs off that one shot as well. So you could actually fill your magazine off ammo as long as you have 2 shots remaining, which happens quite frequently actually. But brimming is not needed. Capacity is really good with the build as well. I do recommend power play and capacity. If you're not going to use power play, go with an offensive one. But power play is really nice. Now for the class mod, there is no legendary class mod that actually benefits this build. So ordnance damage, ordnance critical hit chance, which will bring us up to a 30% ordnance critical hit chance, which once again actually is higher because we got 2 shots on each one, and if you're using the MIRV, that even procs further. But moving on, your third perk, you can take fire rate, damage, movement speed, whatever, dealer's choice. Now, just in case you do happen to run into cooldown, it still is going to be no worries because we got our ability, and we are going to use our Scourge ability every time that runs out immediately. And it's basically should be always available to be used as well. So we do want, I just want to note real quickly on this gear before I show you that tactic, you do want Accelerator, and I'm going to show you exactly when to use it. That's exactly when the ability ends. And for the firmware real quickly, 3 in Gadget Ahoy, 1 in Get Throwing, and 1 in High Caliber. Okay, so what happens if we run out on our ordnance? You just happen to miss so many, well sometimes they fly, so you know, you missed a lot of shots, no worries. You're immediately just going to go into this And this is going to straight wreck enemies because this is actually ordnance damage. Like every 3 waves is going to kill a badass, maybe like 5 depending on the badass. But yeah, this is just going to shred enemies. And as long as you have this perk on right here, we're going to get a lot of time back. Like we can very easily keep our LB ability up for like 30 seconds, and I would have got even like 2 more seconds off that, but you can bring the timer down to like just north of 20 seconds right now. You can't spam it anymore. You used to be able to just bring it right down, but you still knock 20 seconds off, which is pretty major. Granted, like the only way you could fuck it up and actually go down is if you burn 30 shots like in 20 seconds again. If you went back to back and you fucked up your ammo, infinite ammo 2 times back to back, then yeah, you probably could go down. But other than that, it's a pretty strong invincibility infinite ammo build that kills very fast. The skill tree is quite simple. We're basically just trying to do 2 things. 1, keep up infinite ammo, and 2, keep up infinite overshield. So as long as we're shooting and we're hitting shots, we're going to keep up infinite ammo, and we're going to keep a overshield of around 10k at the moment if you're not using any mods and just using the standard gear, which is pretty damn good. Like you have to be hit for like 50k if you get the extra capacity on your shield, which simply doesn't happen. Even none of these bosses can really do that. So, and you get your overshield back so fast that it pretty much is an invincibility build as long as you land your shots. But let's get into it. So we're going to take damage, magazine size. We're taking this for the status effect chance. You want to put 1 point into this. As you can see, I have 1 point left. We do want 1 in there. You can actually take 1 from here and just do 4 there and 1 there, or you can do 4 here as well. You want this if you want a little bit more offense. You don't get much for that, so since we got a decent amount of defense, I took this instead. But we do want 1 point in here because this does give us an extra chance to inflict the status effect of cryo, and we do need to keep inflicting status effects. So we do want this, but we don't actually want levels in it. 1 level is completely fine. I just got this off the class mod, that's why I have the points there. But yes, just 1 point there, 5, 5, and then you can do whatever you want over here. Just make sure it only is 15 because we only want 15 in the top. Moving on, we're going to take this and this right here. This gives us infinite overshield. Also gives us bonus for fire weapons. That's what I was saying earlier. We do want fire version for the heavy ordnance because we'll deal bonus damage with that fire. And it's the only one we do bonus damage with. Because we don't benefit from this, we're never really going to get the freeze as the final damage. Not consistently, at least. We're going to get the gun critical hits have a chance to slow. Chance is doubled when action skill is up. Generally, that's not the case, but it's something, and we really need this right here. This helps us keep our shield up. It helps us keep our ammo infinite, and we always proc it with this setup. And then we're going to have over here to bring our critical chance up. It comes out to a total of 30%, but we're going to add 15 right there. We're going to get a 15, a 10, and a 5, so that gives us 30. And just to show you over here, we're taking this down to here. You're going to put 5 there, and you're going to put 3 here. This is because we make ourselves more invincible by limiting damage of the enemy we're dealing damage to. This also works for all our allies. We're also dealing more damage, and we're also helping keep our infinite ammo up because our ordnance chance to inflict this is 30%. Everything fires twice. Now we're up to like 45%. Like, this actually is a really good addition to help us keep up infinite ammo. And as you can see, I still have 1 skill point left, but you can put this wherever. Like, you could put this here. You can put it here to get health back occasionally. It really makes almost no difference. There's nothing we can benefit by really adding 1 point into anything at that point. Those the highlighted and shown were the main ones to pick up. I do want to note that the video in the beginning was taken prior to me buying a maxed out specialization, but I do have maxed out specialization for this character, And these are the mods that you will be running. We need the extra critical hit chance and damage, most definitely. This is the top one right there. Second best one is ordnance damage, getting increases from gun damage, because we do get gun damage increases, and now we get 50% of that to ordnance, so yes to that. Then we have critical hits, increased status effect, helps us keep our infinite ammo up. And then because we are such a tank build, keeping generally maxed over shield, that we just get 30% bonus damage when full, because we're either full or we're down. There's really almost never an in between, unless you missed too many shots and you lost your magazine. But that right there is a very powerful ordnance build that you can use. No mods, no cheating, and it destroys Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 in solo play and holds its own in co-op. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, share. It helps others find the video. I hope this helped.